Hello, connoisseurs of interesting literature. Since I would not like to take books only on business, today we will have the topic of diet. I will test this method myself, and in a month I will write in the comments what feelings I got. And now let's hear what they write in this book. The 11th book is The One-Day Diet by Jane Kennedy. A one-day diet is a simple and effective way not only to lose weight, but also to help your body get rid of accumulated toxins and harmful substances, which will strengthen your health. To do this, you need to follow two simple rules. For 6 days a week you can eat as usual, and only 1 day a week you take a break. On this day, you drink a lot of liquids, water and special fat-burning drinks. This will allow your body to take a break for recovery and cleansing. Surely you are wondering what you will get if you stick to this diet. And you will get the following. You will lose weight without gaining it again, cleanse the body, get rid of harmful deposits that excite diseases, lower cholesterol levels in the blood, contribute to the fight against chronic diseases such as rheumatism, blood supply disorders, cancers, diabetes and digestive disorders, increase your immunity, reprogram your eating habits. It will also help to resist the aging process and rejuvenate you, speeding up the processes of cell regeneration. The roots of this diet lie in Indian yoga. Have you ever seen a fat yogi? Most yoga teachers advise students to give up alcohol and eating meat, as well as to fast 1 day a week. On this day to drink only water. But strictly avoid radical diets. This is when you go hungry for a few days. Since after prolonged diets, the body falls into such a decline that protective mechanisms are activated, and the fat reserve is quickly postponed again. Even if you continue to eat quite a little after the diet, the body will turn on the protection program and try to stock up on adipose tissue for the future in case of a repeat of the crisis caused by the diet. Conventional diets are sometimes quite complicated. You need to calculate the number of calories for each day by the necessary food. Cook it. In addition, a long fast, during which a person eats little, is possible only after a doctor's examination. And with his constant supervision, the body will enjoy a short fast. Later it will get used to it and will regularly begin to require fasting days. The one-day diet does not cause any side effects and can be used both at home and on vacation. But it is not recommended for people in the following cases. During severe illnesses that are associated with weight loss, such as cancer. People after operations, during severe weakness, or during the treatment of mental illness. And in some cases, children, young children, and pregnant women. In this case, you need to consult a doctor before turning to a diet. To start a diet, select the days in the calendar on which you will adhere to it. The main thing is to observe a certain rhythm and cyclicity. And if you stick to this schedule, very soon you will develop the habit of doing this further. Many people choose Monday as such a day. If you stick to this diet, then you will develop a sense of proportion, so that gradually you will eat less on the rest of the days. On this day, you save from 2,000 to 3,500 calories, so in 1 day, you can lose about 1 kilogram. In the evening before the day of fasting, eat less and mostly light and low-calorie food. So you will psychologically and physically prepare for the upcoming fast, as well as reduce the calories consumed. That is, you will enhance the result if you do not eat fatty foods, sweets, and drink alcohol the day before. Remember that fatty foods require an incredible expenditure of energy of the body, and alcohol leads to the fact that an additional load falls on the intestines, kidneys, and liver. Therefore, slags are formed in the human body due to improper nutrition. In 1 day, the kidneys filter all of your body's blood about 300 times. Kidneys are extremely important for cleansing the body, because toxins are found in the urine from the body. Therefore, it is necessary to drink a sufficiently large amount of water every day, thus washing the kidneys. Your body needs at least 2 liters of water daily, but when you eat, a significant amount of liquid enters the body from solid food. For example, fruits and vegetables are 75% water. But when you refuse to eat, the need for liquid should be fully compensated by the drinks consumed. On a fasting day, your body needs more fluid than usual, so you need to drink at least 3 liters of liquid on this day. And if you also do physical exercises on this day, then 4 liters. To make you feel comfortable, distribute the amount of liquid you drink evenly throughout the day. After a few such days, your consciousness in the field of food perception will change. You will automatically begin to choose foods from which your body receives benefits and energy. And you will begin to instinctively feel which food will only clog it. On the day of fasting, drink plain boiled or mineral water, preferably without gas. You can add a little apple cider vinegar or freshly squeezed lemon juice to it. Apple cider vinegar contains a lot of vitamins as well as minerals and trace elements. It contributes very well to the digestion of carbohydrates and fats. For a glass of water, you need 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and 1 teaspoon of liquid honey to soften the bitter taste of vinegar. Lemon juice reduces appetite, and vitamin C protects against many infections. If you get tired of drinking plain water, then you can diversify it with a decoction or elderberry tea. You can cook it like this. Add a tablespoon of dried elderberry leaves and 400 milliliters of boiling water to the kettle. Leave under the lid for 10 minutes, then strain. If desired, you can add liquid honey to the tea. You can also drink the essence of milk, the so-called whey. It can be bought in many stores and pharmacies, in the form of a soluble powder. There are also ready-made serums of various flavors. Drink up to a liter of this serum during the diet. Another drink can be green tea, which burns fats perfectly. In addition, it calms the nerves and relieves stress. 3 teaspoons of green tea will be enough for a teapot with a liter of water. Bring the water to a boil. Do not pour the tea with water immediately. Leave the boiling water to cool for at least 5 minutes. Then pour the leaves with water and do not mix. Do not leave green tea to brew for a long time. At the first brewing, 2 or 3 minutes will be enough. It can be brewed 2 or 3 times without adding sugar to it. Green tea invigorates, so it is not recommended to drink it later than 18 hours. Some people have bad breath after cleansing the body. The following will help against it. Add the water that you will drink during the fast, a little lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. You can also chew cloves. And on the day of fasting, be sure to brush your teeth 3 times a day. But in addition to the day of fasting and on normal days, you should adhere to a small rule, namely, the body needs a 10 or 12-hour break after dinner until the next meal in order to digest the food consumed the previous day. Therefore, if you have breakfast at 7 o'clock in the morning, then you need to have dinner no later than 8 o'clock in the evening. Someone has a delicious and dense meal becomes a habit, and then he wonders why he is gaining weight so quickly. Find an alternative to this habit. For example, if you want a cake with cream, do not run to the store, but do something else. Start drawing, learn to play a musical instrument, be physically active, take short runs or a daily long walk. And soon you will want to eat less and less. Additionally, you can arrange fruit and vegetable days for yourself. Eat only fruits and vegetables once a week all day, giving up the rest of solid food. Distribute your day so that you eat 5 or 6 times in small portions. If you have a sensitive stomach, after 1800, you should not eat raw food to avoid fermentation in the intestines. There are also tips on how to eat properly. Cook and make your portions smaller and smaller each time. So gradually, you will get used to consuming less food, but you will also eat too much. Before each meal, drink a glass of water, so you will get full faster and consume fewer calories. Do not eat in front of the TV or computer, so you will be a concentrated idea. You will eat faster. Eat slowly. Careful chewing will greatly facilitate the work of your stomach, and you will eat less. Since childhood, we have been taught to leave the plate empty, even if we don't want to eat anymore. It's better to leave the food on the plate than then see the arrow on the scale creeping up. Take a 10-minute pause before you take dessert. The brain always needs a little time to understand that satiety has come. So, it's up to you to stick to these tips or not. And this video has come to an end. If you haven't watched the rest of the videos on the channel, then be sure to watch it. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell. In the comments, you can also write the title of the book that you would like to hear in the future. And I left to make a new video, for now.